what happened to Britney Spears? Like, I remember, like, my childhood, she was the biggest pop star on the planet, I think. Her songs, Hit Me Baby One More Time, I'm a Slave for You, just she had like her list of number ones is up there with almost any other artist that's ever made music. But it just feels like she just kind of fell apart. Like, and I don't know, the thing that happened yesterday with she spent a night in jail, I think, in California with allegedly driving under the influence. It's like, it's just part of a long list of like issues she's had. And I've just wondered what happened. Like, how do you go from like being the biggest musician on the planet to like having all of these issues? Like, what triggered it?
We know attacking a car with an umbrella isn't a good look for anyone, but the documentary Britney Spears Breaking Point reveals why this star's breakdown was even worse than we thought.
This entertainment business has not affected me really at all. I'm still the same Britney.
Everyone knows
Really?
Britney Spears didn't exactly have a glamorous childhood, but her family's struggles went far beyond the financial. Her father, Jamie Spears, had a drinking problem and would often take out his anger on his family, particularly his wife, Lynn Spears. Her aunt
That's
Chandra
awful.
believes the constant fighting between her parents caused Britney to become a quiet and withdrawn child. But all of that changed when Britney got on stage. She grew up singing in the church choir, and her parents used what little money they had to pay for voice lessons. From a very early age, it was apparent she had an incredible talent. And she also had two parents eager for her to hit it big in the entertainment industry, and they weren't waiting around.
Okay, so they did support her ambitions quite early, like even though the dad was, quite abusive.
In fact, the first time she auditioned for the Mickey Mouse Club at the age of 8, she was rejected for being too young. But far from being deterred, Lynn moved Britney to New York City and started signing her up for any gig she could get. She appeared in commercials and on Star Search before finally making it onto the Mickey Mouse Club at age 12. It may have taken a while, but at least she was in good company. Did some of those kids look familiar? That's because you just saw Justin Timberlake, Carrie Russell, Christina Aguilera, and Ryan Gosling.
It was
Wow.
probably one of the most special times in my life as a Mickey Mouse Club.
In the early days of her singing career, she was opening for NSYNC, but before long, her first album, Baby One More Time, was a huge hit and everyone was talking about Britney. Or at least who they
Dude, oh my God, that song was everywhere, wasn't it?
thought Britney was. When she released her first album, she was only 17 and has since admitted that her image was constructed to sell a product, and that
She was
product
only
was
17.
her. While it was undeniably effective, it definitely took a toll. At one point, Britney admitted that even she was tired of seeing her face everywhere. She was desperate to get a break, but her schedule was so busy she only had a single hour of quiet time per day. And yes, that hour was also scheduled.
Wow.
Even though she was an adult, Britney had to sneak out of the studio just to do simple things like grab some Starbucks or pump her own gas.
Wow, so she was just working around the clock. I mean, especially at 17, that's too much. It's too much.
Stop it! Leave me alone!
And that's if she could avoid the paparazzi.
I think 90% of the world would agree that the tabloids have kind of gone a little far with me lately.
Even though she had a level of fame most people can only dream of, Britney wanted something more: love. Questionable denim outfits aside, everyone thought she and Justin Timberlake were the perfect couple, including Britney. She was looking forward to settling down and getting married, but Justin had other ideas. He said they were just too young to make it work, but his song Cry Me a River told a different story. He wrote it just a few hours after their breakup, and it implied Britney had been unfaithful during their relationship.
That was about Britney. Cry Me a River was about Britney Spears. Wow. Oh, I had no idea. Oh my God, I had no clue.
However, Britney denies this and says it just added an extra helping of hurt on top of a bad breakup. Other than Cry Me a River,
Wow.
Justin has only good things to say about his ex.
She has a huge heart and she is a great person.
She wrote her own breakup song Every Time in response, but Britney was still looking for love, which led to a quick 55-hour-long marriage to her childhood friend, Jason Alexander. According to Jason,
They were married for 3 days. Wow. That's not even 3 days. That's 2 days and 7 hours. That's crazy.
Bit of alcohol involved, but her family's attorney Leon Gladstone says her split with Justin kicked off a downward spiral that only got worse.
Ew, I'm embarrassed. Can we stop?
Suddenly, Britney was pushing her family away and got married again, this time to Kevin Federline, with whom she would go on to have 2 children, Sean and Jaden. They got married in 2004 when Britney was 22. There was speculation at the time that she got together with Kevin to make Justin jealous, since he had once worked as his backup dancer.
Kevin, where's the baby?
But even though Britney loved being a mother, her parenting skills were constantly called into question, especially when she was caught driving with baby Sean on her lap.
I did it with my dad. I'd sit in his lap and I'd drive. We're country.
In 2006, she filed for divorce and was constantly seen partying with pals like Paris Hilton and Lindsay Lohan. It may have looked like she was having fun, but the reality was that this star was totally out of control.
It just seems like, when child celebrities, more often than not, they have issues when they get older. It just seems like, if you put your kid into like showbiz really young, it kind of tends to cause problems, doesn't it? Like, it really does.
Britney checked into Crossroads Center Rehab facility in 2007, only to check out a day later and shave her head in a very public fashion.
Oh my God.
She said, I want to shave my hair off. I said, no, you don't. She said, oh, yes, I do.
Everyone wanted to know what prompted her surprising behavior, but few realized it was indicative of a serious issue.
Why'd you cut your hair like that? Stay left, please. Just keep moving.
Now, there are a lot of different sides to this story, which continued with a few more trips to rehab for Britney. Sam Lutfi, a man who claimed to be her manager, says he was only doing what he could to protect the star who was suffering from serious addiction issues. Attorney Leon Gladstone says Sam admitted to crushing up medication and hiding it in her food because it was the only way he could get her to take it.
Jeez. Oh my God. I mean, if you're having to do that, you definitely need some kind of intervention. Like, you need like professional help at that point. I mean, having to crush it up and put it in the food.
According to Sam and her former bodyguard Tony Barretto, Britney was using illegal substances and they were trying to do what they could to help her. But her parents say that Sam and her bodyguards were providing her with substances to keep her under their control. They also accused them of tipping off the paparazzi and generating the relentless crowd of cameras in order to make money. Oh, and they also said that Sam was never actually her manager. In court, they described him as a parasite who only pretended to be her manager so he could get close to her. There were many serious allegations on both sides, but in the end, Sam got hit with a restraining order, and Jamie was named conservator of Britney and her substantial estate.
Oh, the conservatorship. This stuff was just, it bothers me. Someone else controlling all of your money and stuff. I think this is weird.
But her problems were far from over. She lost custody of her sons to her ex, and while she was working to regain visitation rights, her behavior continued to be erratic. In 2008, things came to a head when she refused to return her sons to Kevin when her visitation was over. A spokesperson for the Los Angeles Police Department confirmed that Britney appeared to be under the influence of an unknown substance. She was taken to the hospital and left later in the company of Dr. Phil. No, we're not joking. Her business manager, Lou Taylor, said he betrayed her trust by talking about her to the press. But Dr. Phil says he was only there to help. We'll let you decide if his intentions were altruistic or if this is another example of someone exploiting Britney when she was in desperate need of help.
I mean, Dr. Phil, his whole thing is like, he's a media personality. Like, he makes money from his show. So he was always gonna, I mean, even if you had an agreement, he was probably always gonna like release some stuff to the press, wasn't he?
With her dad in charge of her health and finances, things at least appeared to get better for Britney.
Looking for trouble?
She went back to work, churning out hit albums and signing on for residency shows in Las Vegas. Her second Las Vegas residency show, Britney Domination, was set to earn her $507,000 for each performance, but that was before her dad got sick. Yes, he is still her conservator after all this time, and even though he's supposed to be responsible for her, that clearly goes both ways. Britney dropped everything to rush to his side, and while his health recovered, the ordeal took a toll on her. According to her manager Larry Rudolph, the effectiveness of Britney's medication had faltered around this time, creating the perfect storm. She was stressed about her father and her medication wasn't helping, so she entered a psychiatric treatment facility until she could get her mental health under control.
Man, such a shame. So it seemed like before her dad got sick, things were going well, the trajectory was going up, things were looking all right.
Over the years, Britney has had to fight for every last moment of visitation with her sons, but now fans wonder if her father will be the reason those visits disappear. Kevin Federline got a restraining order against Jamie on behalf of both himself and his 2 sons. He claims Sean felt unsafe during an argument with his grandfather and locked himself in a room. While criminal charges won't be filed due to insufficient proof, many wonder if this will impact her conservatorship. In May of 2019, a 37-year-old...
So I think as of right now, the conservatorship has been... like annulled, like they've gotten rid of that. Like I'm pretty sure they have. So is Britney Spears still in the conservatorship? Here we go. So Britney Spears is not under a conservatorship. The 13-year legal arrangement, which began in 2008 and controlled her personal life, career and finances, was officially terminated on November 12, 2021. So the conservatorship has been gone for almost 5 years now. But it's just this whole like DUI thing. It's like, what's going on with that? It's just a shame because it felt like, because she was out of the limelight for a while, it felt like she was doing well, but it seems like she's still got some substance issues. Here we go. Britney Spears was caught with an unknown substance in her car following the troubled star's arrest after an hour-long police chase. So the police were chasing her for an hour. Wow. I mean, here we go. Britney was booked for drunk driving in Ventura County, California on Wednesday after cops spotted a BMW erratically braking and swerving in and out of lanes. So she was probably pretty high. I mean, I really hope she gets the help she needs. She probably needs to go to rehab again. Like, you know, and so what? Like, if she needs it and she gets it, it's going to make her better. I wish her well because, you know, some of like her music is a big part of my childhood and probably yours as well. Hopefully she gets the help she needs because, I mean, she's got kids as well who need her. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe and check out the video I'm going to link right below here. See you there.